Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It is our final day at Animal Kingdom today. How do you feel?
Sad. Sad it's our last day there. But other than that I feel good. It's going to be a good day. It's got 24 degrees already at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's going to get to 31, so it's going to be a warm one today. Looking forward to getting Flight of Passage, more Everest. And, well, for you, Dinosaur.
Yeah. What do you mean for me, Dinosaur?
Well, you have a love.
As do you.
Yes, I do enjoy it, but
As should everyone.
it's your personal fave.
It is my personal fave. Yeah, Ross is using an interesting measurement for good there when he says it's, what did you say, 33 degrees, something like that?
24 just now, but we'll get to 31.
Yeah, so it's going to be a hot day. I have my hat and my backpack. I have all the sunscreen on. But yeah, I'm looking forward to just taking like a lot of strolls around the park today and taking it all in and looking at all the details, and then spending the afternoon obviously hiding from the sun in every possible shady spot that we can find. Well, it is a absolutely packed day in Animal Kingdom today. I won't say it is more crowded, but it feels more crowded than I have ever seen it. So we've just come out of the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, which was almost like a line for an attraction at that point. It was so crowded. So I don't know if there's something going on today. I don't know if it's a holiday or if it just happens to be a busy day. The good thing is we've already had 2 really good days here at Animal Kingdom, so today's a bonus day. We're going to see what we can see, do what we can do, and then if it gets to the point where it's not fun and we can't move around very well, then we are looking to find more space for time at the resort, so we might come back to the resort a little bit early. So we're just waiting for the Feathered Friends in Flight show, the bird show here at Animal Kingdom, and we're going to try and get in the Finding Nemo show and a couple of Pandora rides as well, and all the usual, the big three for me. We'll try and get those in as well. Well, I think we are just about to wrap up Animal Kingdom for the last time this trip. It's fairly early on in the day, it's not even 2:30 yet, but as I said earlier, it's a very busy day here at Animal Kingdom, probably the busiest day I've ever seen at Animal Kingdom. It's very crowded in the walkways and stuff. It's a very hot day as we expected as well, and we've we've got to that point where we've done everything we want to do, we've seen everything that we want to see. Still a couple of shows that we haven't seen, but we've seen them lots of times before. But we would like to spend a little bit more time at the resort and kind of seeing a few more things around the resort, spend some time at the pool. But before we go, I think we're going to wrap up today's Animal Kingdom vlog with just some of our Imagineering moments and a tour around some of our favourite details around this park, just like we did for Hollywood Studios in the last video. Some of my immediate favourites are the signs around the parks, the artwork that's made to look like notices and advertisements for things around Asian villages or African villages, particularly the ones that are very clear nods to Joe Rohde. Obviously we always have to stop for the characters going by, but yes, there's some great nods to Joe Rohde, who was the lead Imagineer and designer in Animal Kingdom, and probably one of the biggest reasons why this park is such a masterpiece, because it is, in my opinion, an absolute masterpiece of theming.
Down to the finest detail.
Yeah, and speaking of down to the finest detail, that probably takes me to my second one in Animal Kingdom, which is Expedition Everest. Not just the ride itself, but the whole area that is home to the ride, the queue for the ride, the detail and the level of detail, attention to detail is absolutely astonishing. There is no detail missed in that line. The objects that have been gathered from everywhere to put in just an attraction queue is just absolutely mind-blowing, and it's one of the queues that you don't mind waiting in, because you do get to really examine the Yeti Museum and see all the artefacts that are in there and read some of the information. And it's, like I say, it's just an incredible level of detail, even in the parts that they probably don't expect people to be looking at. There's something to see in every nook and corner around the queuing area.
I want to expand on that and add in Killer River Ramps as well. The detail in that queue is on par with Everest, and now we have Doug and Russell.
There's something very delightful about boats that go by carrying characters. I like them everywhere. I like it at Fantasmic as well, when a boat with all the characters on it goes by. It's just so much fun. So yeah, before we go today, we're not heading straight to the park exit. We're going to just take a walk around the park and show you some of the other things that we're talking about in terms of the detail in this park, and hopefully get another chance to walk around the tree and show you some of the details down there as well. So let's go on a wander. We're at the bus stop. As always, the best laid plans do not pan out. We just passed one of our other kind of standout details at Animal Kingdom, and that's a motif that you see in a few different spots around the park, where you have a line of animals, but in the centre is a dragon, and it looks really out of place, but it is for a reason. As some of you will probably already know, that is a nod to what was going to be Beastly Kingdom, where originally they had planned for part of the park to focus on mythical creatures. That obviously never came to be, but they have kept that as a touch and a nod to those old plans in Animal Kingdom. So it's really nice that it's there and you can see it as a reminder of those original plans. So we've obviously had a little bit of a time jump. As always, the best laid plans never go according to the plan. We left Animal Kingdom shortly after the last time we spoke on camera, so it was about 2:30 when we left Animal Kingdom. It was just very, very busy in the park, and because that was combined with it being incredibly hot today, I think it was around about 32 degrees when we left. That meant that everyone was crowding into any little bit of shade that they could find, which did mean unfortunately we couldn't film as much as we wanted to on that last walk around Animal Kingdom today. But I don't want to leave Animal Kingdom out of our roundup of all of our favourite details, so I'm going to pop in some clips that we've collected over the 3 days that we've spent at Animal Kingdom, just to show you some of our favourite details around the park.
Have a bit of an update, and it's a pretty sore one. Tomorrow's now forecast for 34 degrees.
That's outrageous. It's outrageous. Why does anywhere need to be 34 degrees? What thrives in 34 degrees?
Not me.
Definitely not me. So we're now taking a walk over to the main building over here at the Port Orleans Riverside. We're going to go in search of some dinner. We're not 100% sure where we're going or what we're having yet.
I believe we are going to the River Roost.
Yeah. Just some noise as we walk by the pool area here, but yeah, we're going to go and check out the River Roost Lounge and maybe just get a little bit of a collection of appetizers, and then if we're feeling energetic we might walk over to the French Quarter in search of some Mickey shaped desserts. Who knows? We are here in the River Roost. This is the lounge at Port Orleans Riverside. It's just next door to Boat Rights Dining Hall. We're just going to grab some appetizers. So we've gone with the loaded potato puffs, which are crispy potato barrels with pulled pork and beer cheese sauce. The Mardi Gras fritters, which we had in Boat Rights Dining Hall the other night. So that's the house-made pimento cheese fritters with pepper jelly. And we're also going to go with the Bayou wings, which are smoked chicken wings tossed in a sweet and spicy barbecue sauce and served with Cajun fries. So a lot of food. That's not all for me, for sure. And there's also a very interesting dessert menu, so it could be quite... We're going to have a dessert battle in a second. We could have a dessert battle on our hands because they have Mississippi mud creme brulee and southern cheesecake, but they also have beignets over at the French Quarter. What to do with cheesecake? Just cheesecake. But let's not rule out the beignets just yet. We'll see how much. I can't treat the resort like it's like a festival of food and wine at Epcot. I've gone with the Southern Hurricane, which is Bayou Silver Rum, Captain Morgan Original Spiced Rum, orange, pineapple and lime juices with grenadine and a float of Myers Original Dark Rum. It would be easier just to say it has all the rum.
I have beer. poison, I forget what the name of it is.
Okay, according to the menu, it is an Abita Amber Lager, which is Munich-style lager brewed with crystal malt and peril hops. It has a smooth, malty and slightly caramel flavour and a rich amber colour. Rather you than me. I'm not going to try that one. I can't believe this is what I've ordered after complaining about how strong the drink was at Baseline Tap House. But I'm not going to get a hurricane. That is indeed all the rum. However, it's a very sweet drink, which I really like. A lot of people don't like a very sweet drink, so it really does mask the taste of all that rum that's in it, so that can only end in disaster. Ross has just said by the time I finish my hurricane I'll want to drive the boat to Disney Springs. The other thing I want to tell you about is, according to the dessert menu, we have a little story. So it says here that the desserts are from the Dessert Sisters. Celia and Delia Dessert were from a very wealthy and socially prominent family in Port Orleans. They inherited a sizable sum from their father, Jean-Michel Dessert, who made his fortune in the sweets business. I like that. Okay, what did you think of the River Roost?
I loved it. It was great service, great food, great drink, chilled atmosphere. I was like, yeah, the food comes from next door and boat rides, but still, it was great. And cheesecake, yes.
Yeah. And as much as, yeah, we had the Mardi Gras fritters, which we did have in boat rides, not all of the things that we had tonight are available in boat rides. So yeah, they do share a kitchen, but things like the chicken wings that we had, the potato barrels that we had, none of those are things that you can get in the menu in boat rides, as far as I know. I'll obviously pop something on screen if that's not correct. But yeah, as far as I know, those are exclusive or specific to the River Roost. I have to say, we had never been in a lounge at Disney for dinner until maybe, well, not even for dinner. Last year was the first time we were in one of the lounges, which was Nomad Lounge. Yeah. This time we've been in the Lava Lounge at the Rainforest Cafe and now River Roost. And I think they've been my favourite meals of the trip so far.
They have been. So, as you said earlier on, we've slept on them before.
Absolutely, have slept on them, and everything we had, I think the server was quite impressed that we demolished all that food, but everything we had was absolutely incredible. I think we disagree on what our number one is. For me, it was probably the chicken wings. They were just absolutely smothered in the most amazing sweet and smoky barbecue sauce. They were incredible. They came with Cajun fries, just
they were good.
Amazing flavour.
Yeah, I still preferred the fritters. When I say I prefer the fritters, it's like 1A and 1B. There's not much between them, so can't go wrong with either of them.
Yeah, the loaded potato barrels came in third for both of us, but it wasn't that they were bad. No. I think it was just compared to the other two, they were a little bit heavier, they were a little bit more kind of carb loaded, so yeah, they were the only ones we didn't completely demolish. There was still just a little bit left at the bottom of the plate, and we had to leave room for dessert. Yeah. Now, I've made a bold statement, I think, on the
Shaz.
So we had the Southern Cheesecake, I think that was what it was called, and it was a vanilla cheesecake with bourbon caramel drizzle and pecan and praline brittle
with strawberries.
And it was amazing.
Delicious.
And I actually went as far as to say that outside of the Ooey Gooey toffee cake at Liberty Tree Tavern and the infamous bread pudding at Ohana, I think it is the best dessert I have ever had at Walt Disney World.
It's big praise.
It's high praise indeed. So yeah, and also obviously I had that hurricane as well, which was tremendous. Not as strong as the Baseline Tap House margarita, but definitely a good sweet drink if you like that sort of thing. Highly recommended. So I think that's going to be us for this evening. We are sadly doing a little bit of pre-packing this evening, which is never a good task, but we're going to start to put some things away, and then we're going to chill for the rest of the night. We might go back out and walk around the resort a little bit later on, but other than that, we'll wrap up for this evening. So a bit of a different day. I think this is one of these days we didn't plan to have dinner at River Roost this evening.
No.
We planned to be at Animal Kingdom open till close. None of that panned out, but in its place we had something that was equally good that we hadn't planned. So it's one of those days, even when the plan goes wrong, you end up having a really good time. So it's a bit of the Disney magic, I think, isn't it? So thank you so much for watching.
Yep.
I hope you've enjoyed coming around Animal Kingdom for a little bit with us and some of the Imagineering details that you've hopefully been able to see in the video.
Yep. So hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, smash everything, to be honest. It's like, go wild.
We'll see you
Comment below.
We'll see you in the next one. Bye.